Wednesday morning here on the Sunrise Show, so we have all those stories to get to, but I'm saying one of our biggest stories, no doubt about it, this morning here on Sunrise is the one we're going to get to right now. That's where China Green is, talking about the brand new terminal at Portland's airport, and it's a busy morning because this place opened up already at 3 o'clock in the morning, China.
It did. We are 3 hours in. Things look to be going smoothly. A lot of new things here you're going to see. You have new ticket counters that are already filling up as people fly out. You have this beautiful flight board. It's huge, right next to the ticket counter so you can know where you're flying out. You have a map conveniently located so you can find out where everything is in this main terminal. And then we have trees, live trees in an airport, live plants, and of course, we have to talk about this roof. This timber roof is massive. It is absolutely beautiful. I'm telling you, pretty much everyone that walks in to the main terminal today has their head up. So the weather inside here in the main terminal, it's about 70 degrees, no wind. So I got us covered here, Rod, but tell us what the weather is like for folks who may be heading to the airport today and need to check on their flights.
All right, thank you for taking that indoor forecast off of my plate. It really looks beautiful. Absolutely. Thank you, China. We have clouds mainly from Portland up to the north this morning. Here's up in Kelso, Three Rivers Golf Course. Got some pretty early morning colors. I think it looks wet, but I'm sure that's from sprinkling that's been taking place. Overcast and dry here in Portland at this hour. We're at 63. This is a day that we believe the clouds will clear during the morning hours. So 70 at noon, and with all the sunshine we believe will happen, we'll get up to about 82 for a really nice day. No problems weather-wise. Here's Chris.
Rod, a couple slow spots on the roads right now. We take it east side of Vancouver through the construction zone. I-205 southbound from Mill Plain to SR14. It's a little bunched up there. You can see on the traffic map as I zoom in. We're puttering along at about 15 miles an hour. So hopefully we'll get that speeding up in just a little bit. Also on the west side, we had some earlier slowing out in the Bethany area. It looks like that's cleared. So Highway 26 is in pretty good shape. But I do want to take you out to the Columbia River Gorge. Of course, we mentioned this off the top. Westbound I-84 is still closed this morning from just west of Hood River, about 6 miles or so. That is due to a vehicle fire, which then spread to the vegetation along Interstate 84. Westbound I-84 remains closed. Your traffic solution to get around this is to use the Hood River White Salmon Bridge and SR14. You'd follow that westbound to Stevenson and recross over the Bridge of the Gods. For more and the very latest on that I-84 closure, we head out to the Gorge. Thomas Schultz is live on the scene with more. Thomas.
Hey, good morning, Chris. And yeah, that's what people are doing, is they're heading back and crossing over at the Hood River Bridge. And frankly, I mean, we've been out here about an hour and a half now. It's just a mess out here. Let's show you what it looks like behind us. You have just trucks as far as the eye can see, waiting to get off, waiting to learn a little bit of news about when I-84 westbound is going to reopen. We've had people just ask us if we knew anything, and best we could tell them is what you just told us, Chris, is to head back and go across the Hood River Bridge. Now, the Cascade Locks Fire Department says this all started when a semi-truck hauling cardboard bales caught on fire last night. That fire then spread into surrounding brush, and right now, the fire department says it's about 2 acres and spreading slowly, though when we crossed earlier this morning, you could clearly smell the smoke in the air. We didn't see any fire, fortunately, though, at that point. Now, of course, the roadway is still closed here along a lengthy stretch of miles along I-84, and departments from all across the area have responded to this fire to help. Hood River Fire and EMS, the Oregon Department of Forestry, Mid-Columbia Fire and Rescue, and others are all assisting this fire as well. But, I mean, once again, you can see just trucks and trucks waiting to determine when or if they can go westbound on I-84. And I mean, you can see just standstill truck traffic going back eastbound. Those are some truckers either just turning around and heading the other way or waiting and just maybe catching a nap while this continues to persist. Of course, a lot of unknowns here, but we'll continue to update that as we learn more. Drew?
All right, Thomas Schultz reporting live for us this morning in the Gorge. Also developing this morning, Portland police are looking for information about a fatal shooting in northeast Portland. It happened last night just around 11:30 in the Hazelwood neighborhood. Officers say when they arrived at 122nd and Gleason, they found one man dead. They also say no one else was hurt, but so far they haven't made any arrests. The man accused of shooting 2 people in northwest Portland last weekend made his first appearance in court yesterday. 46-year-old James Rennick turned himself in on Monday, one day after the shooting near 21st and Gleason. According to court documents, witnesses say there was a confrontation after Rennick nearly hit a man in a crosswalk. As bystanders tried to step in, witnesses say Rennick got into a fist fight with a different person. He's then accused of pulling out a gun and firing 7 shots, hitting 2 people. Both of them, though, are expected to survive. We also have an update this morning on the driver involved in a wrong-way crash earlier this week on I-84. Investigators tell us 34-year-old Brooklyn Fetters of Gresham died in the hospital. They say she was driving west in the eastbound lanes of 84 near Cascade Locks at around noon on Monday. They say she hit a car, tried to make a U-turn, but was then hit by another car and was pushed into a truck that was parked on the shoulder. Despite all of that happening, no other drivers were hurt. The driver has been indicted for a deadly crash in southeast Portland earlier this year. Shane McKeever is charged with murder and attempted murder. Police say in February he drove into 48-year-old David Bentley, who was riding his bike near a homeless camp in the Buckman neighborhood. Court documents say McKeever had threatened to run over that camp before he hit and killed Bentley. This morning we're checking in on the progress of Portland's homeless camping ban. Since the start of July, Portland police have issued 7 citations to homeless people who have refused shelter. City outreach workers have also referred 11 camps to police after people in those camps also refused shelter. So you may remember, officers are only issuing citations and referrals instead of jail time at this point, after the Multnomah County Sheriff refused to book people for violating city code. Yesterday, city crews removed a large camp in southeast Portland that's been growing for years behind a residential neighborhood.
So again, it's a joke. I've listened to Ted Wheeler, I've listened to County Chair. You know, we're going to address this issue. I see no hope.
The one thing I don't agree with is that if they don't have enough room to put everybody, then how are they supposed to succeed at doing that?
Police say no citations were given during that removal, but people there were offered shelter. All right, before we get back to Rod and his local forecast, take a look at this. The Today Show is tracking Tropical Storm Ernesto as it inches closer to the Caribbean. This is a live prediction of the storm's path this morning. Right now, Ernesto is bringing heavy rain to Puerto Rico and is expected to reach Bermuda sometime on Saturday. So that's the story there, Rod. I know this is something you're keeping an eye on there in our weather center this morning as well.
And just quick note, Drew, thank you. You could see that track obviously makes that big right turn to the north, keeping that storm off of the east coast of the U.S. Things can change, but that's been a consistent track from that storm, that it will stay away from the U.S. mainland. So at least for the United States, some good news there. All right, high pressure over Oklahoma this morning. Thunderstorms out ahead of it in Missouri and up into Iowa. So this is the only, we've been live at the airport all day. This is the only cluster of storms that flyers should be aware of in terms of possible weather delays. Here at home, no delays. We are, weather-wise anyway, we're nice and quiet. We do have cloudiness between Portland and then northward up through Vancouver and to Seattle, but otherwise most of us are seeing, most of our state is seeing fairly clear conditions this morning. And it is clear when you drop south out of Portland. Right now Wilsonville is 62, Beaverton 60, 61 degrees out in Gresham. Winds are light again this morning. It's 53 in Albany. Salem's been reporting mainly clear skies, and 55. Jax and Gemma are 2 KGW dogs of the day. This is a beautiful photo. I mean, look at the color of these dogs. Just absolutely gorgeous. Use that hashtag, post on your social media channels. We'll find your photo and we'll put it on our show. Jax and Gemma are our co-KGW dogs of the day on this Wednesday. All right, forecast map for today is a dry one. Low to mid 80s out east. Same thing in Central Oregon. The Dow's 83. West winds in the Gorge today just 5 to 15. That's quieter than we've seen the winds as of late. And then clearing is expected in the areas mainly north coast into Portland and up through southwest Washington during the morning hours. And that would bring us today where most hours are actually going to end up being sunny. And with that, the forecast high jumps all the way back up to about 82. Still really comfortable. Cloudiness will be more prevalent the next couple of days. So we'll be back into the 70s. And then, yes, Saturday afternoon through the day Sunday, we are still looking at a legitimate chance of getting some decent rainfall, including maybe some storms mixed in Saturday afternoon into Saturday night over your weekend. And that is your update.